everybody must not support your struggle. That's why we are going to have what we call the referendum. Everybody must not vote. So these people you see standing on the street, we don't regard them as part of us. We regard them as Nigerians who are going to vote against the referendum. It is a normal. So there are people we know as saboteurs, and we are going to have a law that is going to treat those people. But there are people, those who vote, it doesn't mean that everybody who is going to vote against Biafra is a saboteur. No. We must understand that we are going to present ourselves to the international community as a country and a nation that is civilized. So we are going to embrace civilization. Civilization means that we are not going to start killing people because they did not support us. No, it is we are going to lay the true foundation of democracy in Africa. So we are going to allow people to make their choice. They can. It is not a must for them to support what we are doing because we are very confident that we are 90% of people, the Biafra people that want to exit Nigeria. So in the voting, they have nothing to do, and so therefore we're not going to start punishing people because they vote against our referendum. Anybody can vote against. But the point is that at this for today and in days to come and months to come until the day we are going to exit Nigeria, we have 99% of people supporting the Biafra referendum. That's enough. So those small percent that said no, they have the right to say no. We're not going to kill them for saying no. But of course, we know those who are saboteurs. The people like Peter and Bannon that is openly fighting against Biafra, people like Hopus Odinwa that is openly fighting against Biafra, and if they don't repent before Biafra comes, these are the kind of people that will face the law of Biafra. Thank you.
Ndewo, my Prime Minister. Sabo Emega Nyaro, Sabo have dealt with us. And that's why it's very imperative that we never forget and we never forgive. So that brings me to my next question, but last question. Because
You need to be fast. You need to be
yes,
fast.
yes, yes,
On the
yes.
fast, so we have
Please,
a lot
please,
of
please give me the
please.
last chance, please. Success. Thank you very much. Please, this my last question is very imperative and is kind of a concern to me and to everyone
Can you
listening.
just ask? Can you just ask
Yes.
question and stop talking all these things because you people are wasting a lot of time. Which one is imperative? Which one is not imperative? Ask your question and let me address you. Thank you.
Okay, my question is before the Biafra self referendum is conducted, are we going to first of all take the census or like a population of the Biafran populace?
We are not taking any population. We are not
Okay.
taking any
Okay,
census.
thank you very much. That's it. That's it. Thank
Thank you.
God bless you, my Prime Minister.
Bless you.
Thank you, thank you. All right, then the next
And
one.
yeah,
One, your
and
ma.
yes,
Success, go
and
ahead.
yeah. Let me react to the concern that people used to raise here about the protest yesterday. Peter, that is rubbish. Those people are not living. They are not from Enugu. And if they are from Enugu, the only protest that they're supposed to have done, which would have be making us to show concern, is go and open your shop, not to be going around the street constituting nuisance. They don't have shop in Enugu. They don't have business in Enugu. They imported them and they came for that very particular mission. And Oluwalemba paid them out of this 31 point something billion
38,
that he has
38,
collected
38
from
billion,
him.
38.1 billion.
38.1 billion that he collected from the federal government. He paid them from there. The protest didn't yield anything because the people that he organized were not from Enugu and they don't have business in Enugu. The people that have business in Enugu shut down. The people should stop raising concern about Oluwalemba's protest. It is nothing.
Thank you very much, Success, for buttressing that point. Thank you very much. One, your ma, please quickly bring your question, please. Please, I want us to know that we need questions more. Accolades, fantastic, but questions are preferred. Thank you. One, your ma, unmute yourself, please.
Hello, my Prime Minister. God bless you.
Bless you.
I don't have any question per se to ask, but I want to encourage my people from Enugu State. You see all this money Mba is going home with. Mba will soon leave office. All these things he is doing is to create avenue for him to steal more. To start with, Enugu people supposed to be ashamed of themselves. How can Mba enter there? Mba did not see any woman from Enugu state that we heard it. He went and brought his girlfriend to come and direct the revenue you get in Enugu state. And if and and if Mba is going, Mba will not refund you guys all this money. Mba is a criminal. Stand up and fight for yourself. Your freedom is your life. You don't have life, you don't have freedom. You don't have freedom, you don't have life. Enugu state, wake up. Thank you very much, my prime minister.
Thank
Prime
you.
Minister, Prime
Yes.
Minister, Enugu State is not owing, Enugu people is not owing by anything. They never voted for him, and he is not their governor. So whatever he does on his own. Mass policy cannot affect Enugu people by any means, or by any means, because Enugu people are answerable to the Biafran government. And if it is our prime minister that went and kidnapped a Yoruba woman now, you would have seen a protest on the street. But if Mba like you should go and kidnap a Fulani and start paying him, nobody cares, because they didn't send him to that very house. And when he is leaving, nobody will care what you left or what you have. It is not their business. They didn't send him work. Thank you.
Actually, that is a fact. That is true. We know that he did not get up to 4,000 votes. Going by the INEC record on their website, he did not get up to 5,000 votes in Enugu State. But of course, when they announced about 100 and something thousand or so, which is a lie, because go to INEC official website today to check the result of votes in Enugu. He did not get up to 5,000 votes. Thank you.
Thank you, my prime minister. As we move forward, there's this name here, Brian. You keep opening your microphone. Looks like a
I think
Westerner.
you can allow him to speak. Allow him to speak.
That's what I'm saying. Please open your mic, Brian, and speak. Brian Martinez. Brian Martinez, you can open your microphone and speak to us or ask us a question. All right, and Success, please take care of that. Echuku Maeze, please, Ilem Longo, unmute yourself and ask a question.
Yeah, good evening, my Prime Minister. Good evening, fellow Biafrans, everyone in the house. Yeah, this is Mazi Chukwumeze from New York. I'm also greeting to our Supreme Leader, Mazi Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu. He's the one he's the main originator of all this. Well, my questions were like this. Firstly, I want to ask our Prime Minister, when Biafra is restored, are we going to confiscate all the is Biafra government going to pass a bill to confiscate all the wealth of every politician in Biafra land? Are we going to confiscate it both on the homeland and both abroad? Because every money they get, they stole from the people. And that's why we are the way we are, because they don't do nothing for the people. Secondly, Biafra is going to be a role model for Africa. And we are going to be changing the way how freedom fighting is going to be, not just in Africa and all over the world. So, speaking so, is Biafra government going to make a statement, number one, by suspending every diplomatic relationship with the United Kingdom, and number two, are we gonna have a bill that is gonna enable?
You know that I don't know. You are just asking question number two, number three, number two. Let me address your question, please. The number one and number two. The number one, the issue of the people that looted money. from Nigeria is not our priority. That is not our biggest problem now. So I'm not going to be here to tell you that we're going to confiscate their property, confiscate their money and all that. No, we're not interested in that at this point. Our interest and focus is to get our freedom first. We are not interested in who looted Nigeria. We're not interested in what they stole from Nigeria. We're not interested, and we're not going to be interested. It is not our priority at this point. When Biafra come and Biafra government decide to do that, that's a different story for another day. But for now, we are focusing on getting our freedom, and we don't care about who is stealing from Nigeria. Nigeria made it possible. Nigeria allowed them to steal, so it's their business. It's not our business. Number two is about the ties with Britain. Whether we are going to cut ties, diplomatic ties with Britain, depends on the role they are going to play during our exit. Thank you.
Can I ask my last question,
Go
please?
straight to the question, please, without talking stories.
So the last question is, when we are going to be prosecuting those people that sabotage the freedom of Biafra, we know that most of the people carrying out this atrocity are stooges being used by people from the Western world. And ever since that Hague has been created, no Westerner has ever been jailed there for any corrupt crime. When Biafra is going to be prosecuting all the people that try to derail our freedom, are we going to make a statement by making sure that all those ambassadors that were being used, such as like the UK ambassador, Catriona Lang, and all the rest of them, are we going to make sure that the International Criminal Court include them in the justice trial?
We are going to press for the prosecution of everybody that has served in Nigeria and has hand in the killing of Biafra people. I am telling you, we are going to stop at nothing to see that happen. Thank you.
Thank you, my Prime Minister.
So you got your questions answered. Thank you very much for asking. We have Pastor Samuel. Pastor Samuel, please, can you unmute yourself and ask your question, please?
Good evening, family. Good evening, Biafrans. Good evening, our Prime Minister. I greet everybody. I have just one question. I know that we have Biafra soldiers in Holland. Now we have a Biafra government in exile. Is there any avenue, any opportunity, say that we can be able to train soldiers outside, like we have if we declare Biafra, I know Nigeria, they will try to resist, they will try to challenge. Is there any other avenue that some people that is outside country that want to be part of the soldiers? Is there any room, say that they can be trained for that purpose? Thank you.
Yes, there is room for that, but we are not at that point at this time. So if you want to be part of it, you wait. When the time comes, we're gonna make it public, and you know who to contact and where to go. So, but at this point, we have enough. We have enough men. We have bees in Biafra land. So we are not needing any external or any people from foreign land to join our army. Our army are gallant, and we overpower Nigeria. We outnumber Nigeria army and police combined at this point. That's all I can tell you. Thank you.
Bless you.
Thank you, Pastor. Do you have another question?
No.
Okay, thank you very much. And so many of you that requested to speak is because you have a question or have something to say. But you come into the room and you don't raise your hand. I wonder why. You don't raise your hand to ask questions, but you are the one that requested to come in to speak. It baffles me anyway. I am going to be calling on Solomon. I saw your hand up the other time. Please, if you still have the question, come up with it, please. Okay, maybe you lost internet. That's why your hand was down. Okay, protocol. Can you unmute yourself, please?
Okay, good evening, my Prime Minister. Good evening, Biafrans all over the world. Um, my question is currently now in Anambra. Okay, I'm from Anambra precisely. Currently now, because there is this thing that the Nigerian government are doing with our so-called illegitimate governors. All these tools they have imposed on us. They are using them to destabilize Southeast, to destabilize Biafra land, in order for our brothers that are not in the Biafran land, like those people in Abuja, Lagos, because them destabilizing Biafra land, those people won't have the courage to come back. Okay, so currently now in Anambra, there is high rate of insecurity being orchestrated by these Soludo boys. All the criminals Soludo have given them apron everywhere, even for OP work, everywhere, terrorizing people, kidnapping. So I still will people trying to come back home have a change of mind, because we are urging our people to come back home here, do whatsoever they want to do in Biafra land. But with the security in Anambra, also in other Biafra states, we discuss. So my question is there anything that is to make all this insane?
Thank you very much, and this is what we are doing. By the time the government takes aside every cranny, every part of that land, and the rest normalcy. And it's going to happen very soon. So yes, we are working on that. But
Okay, then
first of all, we have to evict Nigeria Army, Nigeria Police, and every security agent from Nigeria in Biafra land. They are the criminals. They are the terrorists. With them in the street, you can never restore normalcy.
then another thing concerning these Nigerian armies, they are littered everywhere. But for this OP wake up, for that place, they
somebody
made.
has to ask question, please. Everyone with one question, please. And
Okay,
my time
please,
is
thank
going
you
on.
very much. Thank you very much, Protocol. And we have fresh speakers in the house. I've cleaned up the house and fresh speakers are here. Let me take the lady first up there. Beautiful flower. Can you please bring up your question, please?
Yes, and thank you for having me. I just wanted to follow up with the last speaker. Do you have a tentative date for the exit of Biafra from Nigeria?
We don't have the date at this point yet.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Beautiful. Can we have the next speaker, which is next one will be Lillian. Lillian is a question. Can you unmute yourself?
Hello, good evening, my PM.
Good evening.
I want to appreciate you. Thank you very much for all you are doing.
Thank you.
See, my PM, there's something that is bothering me. I'm calling from Southeast Anambra State. The same thing that our brother said is what we are seeing in Anambra State. But the problem that I ask this question, I've not seen the answer.
You have not asked the question, now ask it.
Lillian, can you unmute yourself? Lillian? I think the network hit her out. Yeah, please, I bring in fresh people into the room because I want you to raise your hands. Please do that. I have only 2 hands raised. If I attend to them, you don't raise your hand, I'll clean up the room again and bring fresh people. Onye Mechi Ekperimalogy, please mute yourself and ask your question.
Good evening, my Prime Minister. It's a privilege to speak with you at this point. I have questions, but my questions will come with certain analysis so that my question can properly be understood. The question is, what is the immediate action that is going to be taken against Peter Mba? I don't like calling him a governor because he's not a governor. What is the immediate action that is going to be taken against him to prevent him from doing what other governors like Nyesom Wike, Dave Umahi, Hope Uzodinma did to us? Because what Peter Mba have started in Enugu State uh, is going to become like what happened in River State when Nyesom Wike
Can we not
murdered.
go into analyzing issues of that is not happening at this point? Just ask your question. What are we going to do to?
Yes, immediate. What is immediate action is going to be taken against him to stop him from doing what others did? Because before he came out to steal people's shop in Enugu State yesterday, he had so many things in mind, and he is not alone. First of all, he didn't win the election, so he's working.
And I will appreciate that you people will not come and start making, making things up when the person have not done that. So we know we're analyzing the issue, so we're following it. I will tell you that we know exactly what Mba is planning and what he's trying to do, and we are going to stop him. What we're going to do, immediate action we're going to do is economic meltdown of his government. His government will never know peace from this moment. Believe me. From that yesterday, the government of Enugu Nigeria government in Enugu State will never ever know peace. And Mba sleep has left him. Mark my word. This is a recorded space. You can cut it and send it to him. Sleep has departed from him from yesterday. Biafrans are going to liberate themselves from Mba. And like I said, we have opened a new front. So sit back and watch it. Thank you.
Yeah, it's all right, my friend.
Thank you. They play the show. You go see him. Thank you very much, my Prime Minister. Now, thank God you guys are raising your hands. It's interesting. Comments, can you please unmute yourself? Excellent, Excel. 3 times I've brought you into this room. You refuse to raise your hands. I don't know why. Comments, please. Can you bring your question?
Hello. Good evening. Good evening, everyone.
Oh, hold on, please. Let the comments finish.
All right. Good evening from here, our Honorable Prime Minister, His Excellency. This is my second time of speaking with you on Space for this year, and I'm highly excited for what is happening. I wanted to ask a question on the best next step to take to settle the Oluwole, for two. But I think you have settled it. You were speaking something I have in mind. The whole thing I have in my mind, word by word, you were saying it. Let there be no space for breach for the illegitimate governor. I understand. And I wanted to, and let me just say it somehow. The agency that he is bringing, maybe that every step he makes should be crippled by the people. For instance, the agency that is in charge of sealing shops need to be dealt with seriously and deeply, so that whenever he wants to take any step, whoever he calls will be running away. That is the process. That is the best way of crippling everything, any step he makes. The agency, anybody he appoints, the person will be dealt with. The information needed for them is it's not a problem. People for to can even give the information that is needed for dealing against dealing with anybody that Mba ever employs for any nonsense or dirty job he wants to play. So thank you very much for even clarifying it that there will be no governor. And he's trying to play the templates of hope. But thank God that we have a rugged man as our leader. That this is not the time of the what do they call it? Democratic way or our democratic approach. You understand, like our leader in the prison. But thank God we have a rugged man in as a sailor who whatever steps he take, let it be crippled, so that whomever he calls will tell you, Oga, I cannot go there. And with this, we have already succeeded. Thank you very much, our PM, and to the people, listeners, and speakers here, especially people back home. It is in our own duty to abide to the law, to the rules that have been given for the 2 weeks sit at home. If we get it, let me just say it as I've been saying it in our personal space, we normally do. If we get it 65%, that means Biafra is no longer in exile. It has been activated in our villages. If we get it 60%, let alone when we get it 100% for the sit at home. If you are outside the Biafra land, whatever stipend you have, any penny you have, even if you feel like you are not eating well, that whomever other people can donate, you that $1 can count. If you are in Biafra land, you don't need to donate like people outside Biafra land. That your neighbor that you know that sells plantain, that sells okra in this okra season, that sells that perishable stuff that feed from hand to mouth. If you give the person one sachet of Indomie, it goes a long way. Let us key into these rules perfectly so that we can get it 100%. With this, we don't need any referendum again. Don't think that as our PM is saying it, that day of self-referendums, day of self-referendum. This one we are doing now count more than that time we are thinking that the day will come that he will now announce it that, okay, oh, so time is the day of our self-referendum. The one we are doing now counts more. Please, that is what I'm urging everyone here. Thank you very much
Thank
for
you.
giving me time to speak. Thank you very much.
Does our PM want to respond to that? No. Okay,
No,
go ahead.
no,
Please.
I have 5 minutes.
Okay, 5 minutes, please. One minute, please. Let's do 1 minute with the people we have left here. Okay, please, can you unmute yourself and ask a question in 60 seconds, please? Okay.
Thank you very much. I'm calling. I'm from Biafra land here, and I'm Anambra precisely. You know everything that has been going on here. I'm sorry. I greet you, Mr. Raf, Mr. Prime Minister.
Go ahead and ask your question. He has only 5 minutes.
Okay. We know everything that is being happening down here in our side, more especially what happened today at Aba. We see it all. And I thank the soldiers that attacked the police in Nigeria. I also want to thank my Prime Minister. I don't have a question for now. I just want to say hello to him that he's doing a very good job for us. Thank you.
Thank you. Please, don't greet him. Come and ask questions. Those of you that have questions. Onyeka, quickly, please, in 60 seconds. Onyeka, unmute yourself.
Okay, thank you, host Raphael. Thank you, Prime Minister. Greetings to all of us of freedom. You see, when I look at the people of Bass caliber, the leaders, the so-called leaders we have, it's very unfortunate when we put these people like Hope Uzodinma, the one in Ebony State, and Newsom. These people have done a hell lot of evil to our people. And we are very angry. Now, when we put these people in pari passu with the leaders we had before, people like what's his name, Michael Otmara, in the 1960s, Eastern region was the fastest growing economy in Africa. You look at people like Samuel Akambe, these are the people who had the interest of their people at heart. You look at Akan. I believe that the bones of this Akan Michael Otmara, they are weeping and wailing in their grave. and wondering what kind of people are these people. Look at the legacies we left, and these people are destroying everything. My Prime Minister, I thank you for the work we are doing. I know that we are putting pressure on this set of leaders. Mba had 38 billion naira over the past 2 months. Nothing to show for it. And we know that these politicians have done a hell lot of evil to our people. We are putting pressure. I've also seen the sentiments of a lot of Biafrans. People can't wait anymore. Where people are also beginning to. How do we put more news around these people who have held us at ransom and gripped us so that it can hasten what we are looking for? Thank you. That's my question.
We are doing that already. Thank you.
Please, is there any other person that have a question? I want to call on Africa. This name here, Africa. Do you have a question for the Prime Minister?
Actually, I did not raise my hand, and I don't have a question.
Then why did you request to come into the?
No, I did not. I'm sorry.
Please, there is another person here, Biafra Seed. Can you please ask your question? Biafra Seed, unmute yourself, please.
Yeah, thank you very much. My question is sharp and straight. Please, my PM, can't we have amplitude modulation? That is AM, FM, because these very people we are fighting, claiming our land, they are always working, having radio on their ears, listening to news. Can't we also have it, this very AM transmitter, so that we don't need transmitter in our land? With that very system, we can be listening to broadcast anywhere we are. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We are working on that.
Thank you very much, sir.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Now, there are more people in the room now, new people. Prime Minister is just still delaying because you have a question to ask. Raise your hand, I'll call upon you. Excel, Nikki, can you ask your question now?
Know how to raise hand up. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Please, I want to ask this brief question about these those that the shops were sealed in Enugu Oboete market, and our PM ordered that the shop should be unsealed. So I want to know, because those people that even seal the shop, they don't even look like Igbos to me. So what if it happens that after maybe during the unsealing of the shop and something happens, maybe an open fire between them and those that went to unseal the shop? Hello?
We have heard you. I think we've responded to that.
Go ahead and finish your question.
Excel, go ahead and finish your question.
So what if it happens like open fire and truce during that juncture of unsealing and sealing of thing, and it end up, people's life got wasted there? What will be the next action, sir?
They cannot do that.
Did you hear that? They cannot do that, and
I will tell you that mechanism has been put in place. We are going to give him back the heat of his life. In fact, let it just end here.
Okay,
Thank
sir.
you.
And today was a business day, and I have no report from Enugu that people were arrested opening their shops. So let us keep our fingers across, waiting for updates, please.
Thank you very much, Success. Owenuzo, can you unmute yourself?
Good evening, my PM. My question is that we can saw the video that Asari has uploaded. I know that video of that 300 people has uploaded is for our sit at home. Prime Minister, what are you putting in place to stop those people that will come to stop at sit at home or kill our people?
I am putting your head in place.
To stop them from coming to Biafra land.
Your head in place.
Because those. Okay, sir.
Thank you. You're coming here to ask me what am I putting in place. Your head is going to be the bullet I will use to stop them.
That Juju, that is smart. Smart Dove, please, can you quickly unmute yourself?
All right, good evening, everyone there, especially my PM. My question just is simple. I see some write-up from the military website that they have scattered ESN camp and all of that. They are killing them. They are killing them every day. So I just want to confirm if it is true and what are we going to do to stop
Complete, you
all
know,
these
it
military
is
people
a,
to
it
be
is
operating
really,
in our land. That's my
it
only
is really
question.
shameful
Thank you.
that some of you are believing those nonsense they are posting. One day they will post Egbentu. Do we use Egbentu? Do we use Dengon? We don't use Dengon. We use automatic weapons. We use machine guns to protect our land. We don't use Dengons. They go and arrange people and snap pictures and start sharing to social media. Now ESN is intact. They cannot even near. They don't even know where ESN is. So all those criminals, they will gather them and give them money. Like the one they paraded in Anambra today or yesterday. Some people were coming out from Siena. They were taking picture and taking video, asking the other one to remove his cap. And then another criminal is removing the cap from the other criminal. Have you ever seen anything like that? They bundled them from only God knows where, and they did not remove their cap, only for them to be coming out from the vehicle. And then after somebody asked the other one, remove your cap, remove your cap. The other one removed his cap, and another one helped another criminal to remove his cap. So in all this arrest and all this bundling them, they did not remove their cap. These are criminals who are making pictures, making videos, sending it to governors, and they will say they have captured the EESN, they have captured IPOB, and governor will release 20 million to them or 30 million to them, and they will pocket it. That's what they do. They arrange with some people, they will gather them, snap pictures, snap video, all this vigilante you see in Anambra. That's what they do. All of them are criminals. A will governor, when they capture somebody, they arrange with them. They make video, just video and picture, and they send it to governor. The security have captured the ESN, captured this one. They will sort out with the police, sort out with the army, and they will collect 20 million from the governor. That's what they do. So that's why you don't see me actually responding to all those nonsense. We know their modus operandi. Thank you. All right, I think this
Thank
is
you very much.
our 5 minutes is over. And I want to thank everyone who were part of this space. There are some certain questions that actually always upset us. You see that we are fighting and stopping terrorists from coming to our land, and you are asking what are we going to use to stop Asari that his men is dying and littering in our bushes. I'm telling him to go and pick all those people he brought to our land. The way other people died is the way these people are going to die. And then you come here to ask me what are we going to use to stop them. So I believe that that's your head. I answered. You don't take it out of context. Thank you very much, everyone, for being part of this particular space today. We are going to join again tomorrow. And always follow us on Twitter, share our tweet as we are coming with more informations, especially on the liberation of Biafra. Those of you who did not make it to speak today, please join us tomorrow on time so that you have the opportunity to ask your question. From here, from me, I say good evening.